Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. I have a little bit of a haul, plus we're gonna do some small makes today. So I bought this from Resin. It's the polyurethane. I love polyurethanes, so we will be doing some polyurethane things. Just gonna stick that back down under my desk. I also bought a TEEXPERT. I am an affiliate for them now, and in the description box you will find their website and Amazon and a discount code for you guys. So look for that, TEEXPERT. We're going to be trying that out. Not today, however. Should we? Yeah, let's try it out today. Let's try out some TEEXPERT today. We'll do that. Then these came through the Vine program. They're the little spatulas, little scrapers. Got a whole bag of those. This one I bought. This is the, I believe it's Jack and Sally with the coffin. It's a keychain. And then I got I got some more these little stud earring things. You'll see those because that's part of what we're gonna do. I got the smallest in the world. This was advertised as foam grip. It's teeny tiny. You see it's the big as the tip of my thumb. So we'll use those for pendants or something. Don't think they're gonna work for foam grips. Also, from Resin, I got their badge reel and keychain mold. Sorry, I didn't take it out of plastic. Oh, noisy, crinkly plastic. So, a few different like irregular shapes and everything for foam grips. And it's advertised as foam grip and keychain. And then we have this one. You get the hearts, the clouds, the octagon, and the square also. And of course, Resin always does nice by putting the amount. So this one takes 6.8, and this one okay, maybe that's for everything. Yeah, they didn't put a separate one on here, so it must be 6.8 for all of these. We're not going to do that many. I don't know if I'll use those today or not, but we'll keep them up here. We might need one of these. Let's take one out. Yeah, they're silicone. So, got a pack of 25 of them. Silicone glue brush. Adhesive applications. So hey, I thought those would be good for little. I got them. Those came through Vine. But all right, let's get the TEEXPERT. See what all comes in their box. This was on sale. And then I got a message from them about their affiliate program, and they gave me a code and everything. So TEEXPERT 34-ounce epoxy. So you get a little cup. You get 2 of these little cups. Or you get nozzles. There's your part B. Your part A. We have user guide. Some popsicle stir sticks, some finger cots. That's probably a pair of gloves and a pipette. Nope, 2 pipettes. Okay. We'll use that and we'll see how it works. Let's see if there's anything we need to know about TEEXPERT, or is it as normal for any 2-part epoxy. Let's see, anything different. Part A, Part B, by volume. Stir slowly. Stir until there are no swirls. Yep, and it's crystal clear. 24 to 48 hours for complete curing. The smaller amount you use, the longer it takes to cure, yes. If you want a second layer of resin, you wait 4 to 6 hours for the first layer to be hardened. Make sure you're measuring correctly. Okay, and then we have safety. Okay, looks like all of the other 1-to-1s. So we're gonna try it. It is crystal clear, self-leveling, non-flammable, 3 times yellow resistant, and 40-minute work time. And okay, so, oh, and I got this mold from Vine. Sorry, crinkles again. And this is just a flower mold. It's super soft silicone, so get that. And then I think we will, I'm not gonna put these on. Let's see. Pipettes can go away. Stir sticks. We don't need these right now. We don't need those right now. I pulled out 2 of Eye Candy's Ghost pigments, Galactic Ghost Gold and Glimmer Ghost Violet. We will see how those work. I'm not gonna mix up very much because I just want to do some stud earrings, and I would like to pour that keychain. That shouldn't take very much. And then if we have extra, we'll make a foam gripper too. So we're gonna do 100. These have the stoppers in them also. It's nice that they give you those spouts if you want to use them. I won't use them. I don't use the pumps either, just because you guys know I work in a very small place, small area, and all my resin sits underneath me, under my desk, so I don't want it like sitting down there where if the cats knock it over or something, it could potentially spill. Okay. And I do put my plugs back in. my resin if they come with them. To me, it just keeps the bottle a lot neater. So, I can get rid of that. We mixed up, well, we are mixing up 100 milliliters of resin. I need some more stud earrings, so what I do not need right now is pendants. You would not believe. I've been working on finishing all my pendants. Let me stir this and then let me just show you. And I don't even have all my pendants carded yet. But here, I'll show you. Now, in this basket, it's not just pendants. There's also pocket hooks in there. And what else? Keychains. But this is what I've been working on for, well, I worked on it over the weekend. There's a turtle in here that I found. So because I have like a million of these little cards, you can do earrings, necklaces, bracelets, keychains. So these are multifunctional on here. But I have so many pendants and stuff that I sell the pendants, and then if I have them, I have the those black cord ones. If somebody wants one of those, I just give it to them. If they don't, then they can put their own chain on it. So I just put them on here with a glue dot, but I do not use, I don't use the Gorilla Glue ones. I use, here they are. Because the Gorilla Glue, it's hard to get them off. I use these. I got these once through the Vine program, and I really like them. They're really good for this. So these are the ones that I use to put something, you know, stick it down. And then I have the 5-foot tall retail spinning racks. So I put them on there. That way they're not crowding the table or anything. I put all of my keychains, my pendants, my barrettes. I make sure that I get the, I like the bags that have the hang hole already. That way I don't have to punch anything. But these I just put on here, and that glue dot will hold it there. It's not a problem at all. But it's not so strong that you can't get it off. I made the mistake one time of using the Gorilla Glue dots. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic, but it's really hard to pull them off. You end up tearing your card and everything trying to get it off there. So this is what I do. So this one is actually a, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a pin, like for a pin on your clothes or your backpack or whatever. So I have those. I also have these that are the TEEXPERT type. So I just use the earring hole to push it through and do that. I do have separate barrette cards because these are the ones that you can, go through both sides. And they fit 2, so I always sell 2 at a time. Here's another barrette one. These have the little alligator clips on them. Here are the pocket hugs. I buy these cards for my pocket hugs. I just have to put all these things in plastic, you know, in their bags and everything. But this is what I've been working on. So I have got this entire basket full of stuff like this. Here's another set of barrettes. These are some island pendants. So that's what I have done, and like I said, they just need to be put in their plastic. But here is the basket that I don't have carded yet. This is the basket that's not carded yet. Most of them, I think, have backs on them. Some, no, that's probably, these all have backs and need cards. And then, nope, some of those need to be drilled also. So I just wanted to show you that, and let's finish mixing up this resin. And then I'm gonna pour it off into, we're gonna use smaller cups because these little earrings don't take hardly anything. They take drips. So I want various colors. Turtle, you need to go back in your basket. So my next market is, I think it's the 11th. I'm going back to the one at the Austin Eagle. It was a lot of fun. The market is going to be much bigger this time. And so I told them I would give it another try, you know. That was only try one. So I'm doing that. I also have another market in October at a different place. It's actually, that one I believe is in Buda. It's at the Docks Drive-In, which we're close to Buda. We're only like 30 minutes away from Buda because we live south Austin. If you haven't been with me very long, I was in Killeen. I did move. My son came down here for a job, so he moved me down here. I actually live with him now. And we have the grandkids every other weekend. They were here most of the summer. Okay, that's looking really nice. Very few bubbles in there. Just gonna separate out a little bit. Because like I said, these don't take very much at all. What color do we want to use? Let's use a color I don't normally use. As you know, my go-to is black and blue or green. I have such, you know. That says indigo? No. It does. It says indigo. That looks silver to me. All right, we're going to use this one just because I'm curious. Indigo is blue. See, I've never used it. But this looks very silver. It's almost like a blue-gray. We're about to find out. And I'm gonna put in some Glimmer Ghost Violet. So if this is blue, we should get a blue purple. It's a pearlescent. It mixes in really nice. Okay. Let's use some of these. These are pandas, unicorn, hearts, stars, and whales. Like I said, these don't take hardly any resin. Very, very cost effective if you want to stretch your resin, and this is always high profit margin because you are using almost nothing for resin. I really like these little blue molds here. They are really good quality, and they mold very easily. I think I've bought every set now of these blue ones that I have found. I'll list them in the description box. I got them from Amazon. I can't remember what brand they are. And I think they're all the same brand because they do. I didn't look. I saw the little blue mold. Different shapes. Let's see. Owls. Bee. Elephants. Crabs. And chicks. And these have nice detail on them. So when you pull them out, you can actually use your markers to bring out some of that detail. One of the easiest ways is you can use like white acrylic paint and then wipe it off. You can let it dry and then wipe it off with acetone, or sometimes alcohol will work depending on how long it's been sitting there. But either one, you can do that. Or you could do like a dry brush method and just hit the high spots, which would be your embossed details on these. So for as little as they are, they have really nice detail on them. Or you can leave them just like this if you don't want to spend, because they're cute regardless. Like I said, they don't take hardly any resin whatsoever. This is Tuesday. My son had a terrible Monday. He had one of his employees quit because he was told that they're out of, he's the make ready guy, and normally my son will bring in, you know, contractors to paint, but they also paint the apartments themselves also, and he's done that. But I guess my son told him that, you know, he's gonna have to paint the next few apartments because they ran up against budget. You know, their budget for that is almost out, so. And I guess he didn't like that. He said it's too much work. So, and he's the make ready guy. He should be, you know. So I guess he quit yesterday. And they had a million work orders from over the weekend with air conditioners and stuff like that. These are the I don't knows. I want to say it's an octopus, but I don't know. Oh, this has a piece of resin in it. And then these are just circles. These are pumpkins. These are like smiley faces. These are moons. So he spent the day working on air conditions. And then after work, he went over to HEB. That's a grocery store here in Texas. It's like the grocery store in Texas. It's a Texas-based grocery store, and it's the most popular grocery store. But he went over there, and he never parks in the front. You know, he parks more towards the back. And when he came out, somebody had hit the car, but it looked like the only damage they did was, and this is, you know, my car. Well, it's his car and my car. But they took the passenger side mirror, completely broke it off. When he got home from HEB, he's like, I'm done. I'm over this day. I've had it. I was like, what happened? And he showed me the picture, and I was like, oh. I said, and let me guess, nobody left a note, information? No. Nope. So he had to call the insurance to get that fixed. But he has USAA, and they're really good, so. But of course, it's not a cheap mirror that you can just go get one from, like, you know, a pick-apart place or something. No. These are like $800 mirrors because they have the detection, you know, the lane detection in them. So for a flippin' passenger side mirror, it's like $800. But they are doing it like an uninsured motorist, so the deductible is only $250. So he's ex-military, disabled military, so USAA has, you know, they're really good with the vets and stuff, so. But yeah, he was over yesterday, definitely. You probably won't see this video till the weekend, but all I can say is I hope his week gets better. And I had to kennel his dog this morning because she decided to go after Spike, who is hiding under the bed and won't come out right now. I don't know exactly what happened, but I had told her to go lay down, and she was on the couch in the living room, and Spike walked out there. I was in the bathroom. I saw him walk out there, and then I heard her, and I'm like, nope, kennel, we're not playing this game. So that is Pac-Man. I love the Pac-Man. That's a koala. This one has a piece of resin in it. There. This one is dinosaurs. This one is ghost. And this one is sharks. But so he called me and told me what he found out from, because he works on property, so he was in his office over there. He told me what happened with the insurance company, and then I told him, I said, well, Miracle got kenneled because she went after Spike. He's like, fine, she can stay in the kennel all day long. I told him, I said, well, after you come home for lunch, you know, I guess we can let her out. But maybe she'll understand that that's not allowed. Because in the past, by the time, well, when she went after the boys, when she hasn't done it in a couple of weeks, but we had nothing to do. He didn't get the kennel until recently. So now, if she does something like that, she can be kenneled right away, and then hopefully she'll learn her lesson. She's very territorial, and you know, she's from the shelter. She's a really good dog, but she is, it's not about that they're cats, it's about that she thinks the only room in the house that they're allowed to be in is my bedroom. If she sees them somewhere else, she gets. And at first, the first time she did it was, she was like, just got home. And she went after Spike. He's the big fluffy one. because he went over and sniffed her food bowl. And pit bulls are very food territorial kind of thing. Like, it's not even the fact that he sniffed her food, it was the fact that he got close to her food bowl. And at that time, David had, you know, her food bowl in, he had left it down, she had just eaten, and he hadn't picked it up yet, so, you know, that was about her food bowl. So then he started feeding her in the bathroom, in his bathroom. And that was fine. And then he left his door open the one day to his bedroom. And the boys went in there, and she was very territorial, and she went after Clyde. That's when Clyde got hurt. The other two escaped, but she cornered Clyde. And he's my biggest cat, and he tore her butt up. This is a snail. I have these two little, these are resin rocker molds right here. Turtles. And then I have the bigger Tree of Life one. He got hurt, but she kind of got hurt worse. His mouth was swollen, and he tore out his back claws, so I think on the carpet trying to get away. He couldn't get away fast enough. He yanked. And so then David got the kennel, and he had ordered the kennel. It wasn't here yet. And she went after Bear. But Bear is my smallest. He's not small, but he is my smallest cat. And he's very fast, and he can get under the couch. And she was actually pushing the couch trying to get to him while he was already back in my room. So now we have the kennel. So this was the first time that she's like gone after one of them since her kennel got here. So I came flying out of the bathroom, and I yelled at her because I heard her, and I had just watched Spike walk out towards the living room. I don't think, she didn't get him or anything. She wasn't behind him when he flew back into the room, but I yelled, and then I went and got her, and I threw her in her kennel. She wasn't happy about it. I yelled kennel, and I don't think she thought I would really put her in there. She was kind of reluctant to go in, and I said, absolutely not. You're going in your kennel. You were a bad girl. So, okay, well, that we're gonna put to the side over here. Let's do, what's this one? Pink. Okay, I hate pink. I know you guys, we got some pink lovers out there. I'll do some pink. She's crying now. These ones are bigger. I think we can pour in them. She is definitely his dog because she normally, oops, she does not want anything to do with me. But when he's at work, then I am, you know, her best friend. Sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee. But the minute he comes home, she doesn't know I exist anymore. She's super cute. She's just she's just a little territorial, but we think she was only used for breeding. I mean, it's very obvious that she's had multiple litters. And she's about 5, so I think somebody dumped her once they were done breeding her. But she's all spayed now. There's the back keychain. Let's do this one right here. This is the Jack and Sally keychain. Make sure that gets up around the hanger. Maybe just a little too much. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna move this back. fixing it. Okay. That looks good. Let's do some foam grips. I like these irregular shaped ones. I'll do some of these. Let's see. What color? Trying to use colors I don't use. Okay, these bottles are really hard to see. I don't know what that says. Bling. They look like that, and they're really, really hard to see. We're just going to use it. I have some silver fine glitter here. We'll put some, if I can get it off. You guys know I hate glitter. I don't generally use it. Unless I will use the fine. I am not using that chunky crap. Oh my Lord. Destroys cups. You definitely have to keep that cup for glitter only. It's a pain in the butt to get out. Don't put glitter in your silicone cups. Don't. Because you will ruin your silicone cups. Not like ruin, but like you're never getting that out of there. And everything you make in that cup will now be glitter. Okay, this looks like it's a white with maybe some pink, reds. And I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to pour this. See what it looks like. It's getting warm, so we need to use it. But this is the last we will do. She's acting like she is dying in there. And then show you that dog has a mansion for a kennel. It's the biggest kennel you can buy, and it's got like, it's supposed to be, you know, pit bull proof, because if you guys don't know, pit bulls are notorious for breaking out of kennels. His pit bull before that he had to put down, she tore up a kennel, a metal kennel, getting out of it. Like, she escaped. The kennel did not survive. So this one is like reinforced steel, thick bars. It's not like one of those regular metal ones. And then it's got like a butcher block top, sides, and bottom. Thing's heavy. I had never kenneled her, so I'm in there going, okay, how does this open? Because it opens on both it opens both ends, and then the one side will open completely. It's got like swing out doors. So not only did I have to figure out how to open the kennel, I then had to figure out how to lock it up. I'm dumping the extras. This one's going to be colorful because I'm cleaning out all my cups into it. Might have to find. Yeah, is that overfull? No, okay, it's just the way it looks. Okay, let's see, what do I have little over here? Oh, I know. My INTORESIN cat. This cat is so cute. And I love that it hangs on a chain. If you guys have not seen this mold, you need to see it because it is super cute. It makes for a really nice necklace. You do have to buy threader chains for it. If you buy this mold into resin, I think it gives you an option where you get one chain, but then you can increase that. Now, I just bought, because this was a mold that was sent to me. It's one I requested. And, because I'm one of their affiliates. So, you know, there is a link in the description. But I believe this one is on sale. I only request the inexpensive molds because part of my channel is the fact that, you know, I live on a fixed income. Resin is an expensive hobby to have. So I am always looking for things that you can make that don't take a lot of resin, or, you know, high profit margin type stuff. Don't get me wrong, I make like big bowls and stuff too. I usually do those out of the casting powder. And they always turn out really nice. But I cannot afford to buy, you know, these super expensive molds. Need to let that sit for a second. I gotta make sure that tail is So I tried to bring you molds from INTORESIN that are, you know, less expensive, but are super cute. Molds that, you know, you're going to be able to afford, as opposed to, you know, some of those, like, there's no, don't get me wrong, I would love to have like one of their, you know, large trays, a couple $100. I don't have that kind of budget. So we do stuff to make your resin go further. You know, I try and let you guys know when there's some good sales going on so that you can pick up resin. Just kind of squishing it because you do have ears down in there. Make sure its tail's all the way filled. Okay. Just make sure it was filled. Alright, do we have... Wonder if I can get... Wonder if I can get some enough to make one of these little ones. This is what I call the magic spatula that gets every last drop out. You will never know how much resin you were wasting with the regular spatula, because this one, you can get every last little drop out of there. Generally, if I'm doing a bigger project, I can get several pair of earrings out of what's left in the cup. There you go. Okay guys, that's it. I will catch you guys back on demold. Talk to you guys. Are you ready to do the demold? Let's do it. There for a minute I thought it had some design. Does it? Hold on. No, they don't have a design on it. Okay. Thought I was losing my mind. There's the little circle. Phone grip. Yeah. Okay. here is the little INTORESIN cat mold. His tail's still a little soft, but I got some over pour on it. But I will let him harden up before I put him on a chain. Oh, and I've been meaning to show you guys the type of chain that takes. So as soon as I'm done unmolding this, we will go do that. Here are the, oh, I got a bubble on the side right there and right there. These are the Tree of Life earrings, the ones that were bigger. And a bubble there and a bubble there. Well, okay. Learn where those are at. Watch those. Okay. Let's do the coffin. This has Jack and Sally on it. It's still bendy, but I'll just lay it flat. So there's that. Here's the bat. I really like this mold. Has all kinds of detail on the wings. We have the regular size of, you know, foam grips, not this. That is that white that had some pink in it, and then I threw silver in there. I'll probably do some silver around the edges on these. I gotta let them harden up so that then I can put them on their pop socket pieces. They're still a little bendy. Not bad, but a little bit. Like I said, it had just gone off, and I went to go wash a couple dishes, and then I sat right down, so it hasn't been off but maybe 10 minutes. Okay, let's see. Can't hold anything today, apparently. Here, I'll show you that one. It's really cute. My hands are not liking life, so the little ones I'm struggling with here. These are the sharks. Sharks have a little more for me to hang on to. These, I think, are chicks. Yep, chicks. Well, Miracle's out of the kennel for the moment. David had to go to his VA appointment, but he came by and took her outside, and then He asked me what I want to do. I said, it's up to you. These moons are small too. There are the moons. It's hardly anything to hold on to. So he left her out, so we'll see if she's learned her lesson or not. That's the first time she's done that in a while, so we're getting better. Little stars. She didn't catch him or anything, surprisingly, because Spike is my fat one that he, well, he's part Maine Coon, so he's huge anyway, but then he's also, he likes food a lot. There's the hearts. He's very food motivated. If you want him to do something, offer him something. Those are the smiley faces. And these are crabs. Crabs. I got to trim those up. Those are the crabs. These would be elephants. These are the plain round ones. Ghosts. Unicorn. Pumpkins. These are dinosaurs. Bees. Those are bees. No, koala. Turtles. Now that was a resin rocker mold, and there's no detail on it at all. It's just a shape. Unlike the blue ones, they have really nice detail, especially how small they are. Pandas. Owls. I'll probably take some marker. I'm going to do a whole video on just finishing jewelry. That'll be part of it. This one I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I think it's supposed to be an octopus. I thought maybe they were trying to do axolotl, but it doesn't have the gills at the top. It doesn't have 8 legs, it has 6 legs. I don't know. Maybe jellyfish? It's throwing me off because he has a bandana on his head. Well, he's got something on his head. I don't even know. He looks like he has a bandana on his head. I have no clue. This is my favorite set. This is Pac-Man. And you get one Pac-Man and one ghost. That's your set of earrings. Pac-Man and Ghost. Trying to see if it would clear up. And these last ones are snails. Snails. Alright, now I'm going to show you this kind of chain. In here, I'll see if I can find a cat in there so I can show you. Nope, wrong one. There it is. Okay, let me find it. Here's a cat right here on top. Because that one needs to harden up a little bit. So, this chain, you don't need jump rings, you don't need anything. Let me... These I got off Amazon, and they have different styles. I just got this one because I needed to make sure that it was the correct, and they send them to you, and they're wound. But it's called a threader chain. Took me a while to find them, so that's why. There we go. Go back in there. So, let me see if, okay, then if you've built them a little too much and you've got resin in your hole, I've done it with a thumbtack, but my drill's sitting right here, plugged. Well, maybe it's not plugged in. Oh no, it is. So there are little holes, and yes, you need a steady hand. And they go straight across. Okay. That's all you need to do. Then this is what the threader chain looks like. Regular chain, regular lobster claw, and then you have this ball on the lobster claw. The other end of your chain looks like this. Now the ones that I got from INTORESIN, the one that came with the original cat mold, it had a longer threader on it. These are just the first ones I found on Amazon. But so this one has a little threader. The one from INTORESIN was probably like that. Just a little bit bigger, longer. Alright, so then you take the threader side and you stick it through and you know, actually get the hole. Alright. So, here we go, hands. So I'm going to drop it through this first one. There it is through the second. Okay, So then he hangs on the chain. Now, the only thing you need to do, these are considered adjustable. You put the threader piece through the ball that's on that lobster claw, right? There's a hole, and I don't know how to show that to you, but if you can see that, there's a hole in there. Put the chain through the hole. You gotta be able to hit the hole. Push it all the way through. It's tight, and it's supposed to be, because that is how it's the clasp. Just pull that all the way through, and it's on your chain now. And these are hard. It won't come out. These are very hard to pull back on, and even so, then it would have to go back through your threader bar. And that's as far as I can pull it. I'd break it if I was pulling any harder. So there is the little cat pendant from INTORESIN. Super cute. And that's how, so if you go looking on Amazon for these, they are called threader chains. Okay. And like I said, this was the first one I found, so I just got it. There was another package that I'll probably pick up next time, but it's different styles of chain in one package, but I don't know if all the styles could go through those paws. So, but yeah, so basically it has a needle on the end, so just look up threader chain, and you'll find it on Amazon. If you have trouble, put it in the comments, and I'll put the link out there so everybody can get it. All right, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Hit the black bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And until next time, don't forget about all the discount codes in the description box.